Last episode in Shinobi United, the team finally began their journey to the Nordic Isles. On the way, they stopped to rest in the village of Hot Springs. It was there that the team spent only a few days waiting on a ship to take them where they needed to go. They spent those few days with a little bit of training and a lot of relaxation. Though everyone had different adventures and experiences in the island, most had a very pleasant experience. During this time, they met some interesting people and ran into some familiar faces. Now the time has come for them to board ship. But will they get there in time before the ships sail out? Or will our uncanny group of ninja make it aboard and finally travel to the Nordic Islands for the Chunin exams? Brief little recap. Party is heading towards the docks. It's time, and the shopkeepers are getting in everybody's way. I heard a 6, an 8, and a 12, I think.
I got a 3.
You got a 3?
I got the 12. I got the 12. Brianna got the 8. I got the 12.
Okay, Sabishi, you are jogging through the city. You can tell it's almost high noon, and you're trying to get there a little early. So as these shopkeepers are jumping out, you're just like doing everything you can to avoid them. And you're real good at dodging people after like living with your dad. So you're speeding through town a little bit. Yoro, Sayuri, and Kyoko are all caught by different shopkeepers. Yoro is passing by what looks to be a small forge made for making like kitchen knives, and you see someone going hard at work on what looks to be a very fancy dagger. Upon closer inspection, you realize that it's not a dagger, but a very fine cooking knife. So your mind starts rattling as this guy's talking to you about like how he's doing everything, and you're a bit of a smith yourself, so you're trying to pick up like the little tips you can. Don't realize how distracted you get. 20 minutes have passed. Outside the restaurant with the owner that took the giggle bush earlier.
Damn.
Hey, little girl. That giggle bush stuff has taken my restaurant to the next level. I need you to do... How much can I buy? Right now.
Oh my god.
You know, I got something I gotta do right now, but I could come back, like, as soon as I'm done.
No, please. I'm almost out and I have a lot of customers. Here, he hands you a bag of 200 Rio.
Damn!
Oh my gosh. I can't right now. I got stuff that I have to do. Sorry. And then I just like keep walking.
Alright. Kyoko.
He's probably pissed.
You are running through town whenever you see the Yuki girl.
Eh?
She also appears to be running late. Oh, it's you again.
Shouldn't we be spending less time talking and more time running?
Are you saying you can't multitask? She says as she starts jogging really fast.
No! And I chase after her!
So the two of you are so focused on like trying not to lose to the other, you don't realize that you make a few wrong turns, and it costs you about 20 minutes.
Alright, enough of this! I'm just going straight to the docks!
Alright, next roll for everybody.
I got a 10.
11.
14.
Alright. You just run through, you knock over all the, like, vegetables on his little shopping cart.
God damn.
For Kyoko and Yoro, not Kyoko, but Sayuri and Yoro, both of you are, like, focused on trying to get down to the docks. And people are getting in your way, they're slowing you down a little bit, but you're kinda able to, like, push through them a little bit. Kyoko has accidentally started running the opposite direction from the docks.
I rolled a 1. Ah! You just hear like stressed screaming in the distance. Ah!
Now, do one of you want to go back and help Kyoko?
I'm sorry, but I'm on a mission here on your own, really.
I've already wasted too much time.
Alright, one more roll for everybody then.
It's every man for themselves.
I got a 10.
I got a 2.
Oh,
No,
I got a 2.
it doesn't count.
16.
I got an 18.
I got a 16.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
Alright. So, Kyoko, as you are running, you see one of the street signs that says the dock is the other way. So you immediately turn around and start sprinting as fast as you can, just like, oh, I'm not gonna lose, I'm not gonna lose.
Yeah.
You end up catching up with Sabishi, who has just finished picking up all the different fruits and veggies from the cart he knocked over. And Yoro and Sayuri are both able to make it to the docks.
So what's going on with Sabishi?
The two of you are running about 10 minutes behind. So you guys make it to the exam on time, but or not on time, but a little late, but you make it.
I'm gonna interject here because I rolled that 2. If this is okay, because I want to interject here a little bit. I show up about 5 minutes after Kyoko actually, and I actually did get stopped by a shopkeeper that finally fucking got me at the ass in there, and I am now wearing my character's trademark black cloak. So it's like, hey guys, you know.
All right, that would be minus 20 Rio.
Oh,
Okay.
nice cloak.
Thanks, man. I found it, and you know, it was the one material item that would have stopped me from getting to that exam.
Huh. Well, what do you know? Guess luck's on your side today since you made it anyways.
So,
Thank goodness, right?
with everyone gathered at the docks, you see that there are 5 large ships, 3 medium ships, and 2 small ships. Standing in front of each of the boats is who you presume to be the captain of each ship. For this part of the fucking exams, y'all have to decide which boat you're going to get on. You can only ask the captain questions, and nothing is forbidding them from lying. So how are you going to decide which boat you board?
Okay.
Your options are, standing in front of the first ship is a short old man who is using a cane to help him walk around.
Okay.
He is the captain of the Rust Bucket, which is a small ship. It's in different areas of disrepair, but it seems like this guy is trying his best to take care of this boat. And that would be Captain Tellus. Do y'all want to talk to him or find another captain?
I'll talk to him.
Alright. What do you want to know, lady?
What is the name of your ship?
The Rust Bucket. It's right there on the ship. Can't you read?
Well, no, because it's so rusted. I guess the name makes sense, huh?
Funny thing, man.
I looked over my shoulder and at the team, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know where to go from here.
I'm just staring at this guy.
board my boat or not?
How
I
do know?
immediately look at Aki and I'm like, hey, what do you think we should do?
I think that this is one of those situations where I can't be involved.
Yeah, we can't depend on Aki because otherwise we wouldn't be solving the issue ourselves, you know?
Okay.
I know it's a little bit messed up and I lower my voice. Why don't you just use your genjutsu on someone? Come on, Sabishi.
Well,
Just figure out the information
okay.
or something.
So I walk up to the captain of the Rust Bucket and I'm like, hey,
Hi.
I'm sorry.
For?
And I have my back turned to everybody else, so only this person can see me. But I activate my Sharingan and use my my inner dimension genjutsu.
You go into this old man's mind, and as soon as you do, you see that you are like face to face with him and what looks to be a large open sea aboard the Rust Bucket. I didn't think I'd sailed yet. Dementia must be kicking in. What are you doing here?
I am attempting to probe this guy and really see if he's like a liar or untrustworthy person.
Insight.
Do I get to roll with it?
I did roll a save for him, and he got an 18 on his save. So, even though you're, like, basically in his mind right now, like, it's not that much different from, like, just talking to him.
I see.
So, you will not get any advantage right now.
Alright.
Damn.
Roll a 14.
You guess that this old man is probably, like, fucking with you a little bit. Like, he seems to be smiling a lot and, like, having some fun with this. But with your genjutsu, you are able to tell that, like, this man's spirit is sailing out on the sea in the Rust Bucket. Like, that is his, like, main priority. However, I will have to take a brief break from recording.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Austin, but from what I remember, I genjutsu the captain. It didn't do much, but I was able to figure out on my own and deduce that the man seems trustworthy enough. His only concern seems to be just sailing for the fact that he loves it.
But do you think that this old man on this small, busted down ship can safely guide you through the most dangerous waters known to the world at the moment?
Let's just come back to it, huh?
So,
Well, hold on, before I do that, I mean, like, I still technically, before we recap, or like left rather, I still had the dude in this little genjutsu spot with me.
yes, he is still in the genjutsu with you.
So I'm gonna flat out ask him, you know, hey. So we're going to what's the Nordic Isles name, Austin? The Land of Rage?
No, it's just the Norse lands. Or the Nordic Isles.
Me and my group, we're heading for the Nordic Isles. Have you ever sailed there before?
Oh yeah, I've sailed there plenty of times.
Like in the Rust Bucket?
Well, I mean, I've had other ships before the Rust Bucket.
Have you made the trip in this ship before?
I'd like to say yes, but I can't remember.
So it has been a long time since you've done the trip.
Many, many years.
Do you remember what?
It just the same as the first time, and that would only killed half my crew.
Like that, I'm out of the genjutsu, bro. I turned it into the party. And I'm like, alright, I think that we should consider our options. And I start to walk to the next ship.
I'm already walking there.
So how this is going to go is there are 10 ships, and each of you are going to roll initiative to decide like what order you take your turns in. Everyone gets to ask one question or do like one action per time. And y'all just have to figure out which ship you think could get you to the Nordic Isles. Now, as this is happening, other teams are also doing the same thing and figuring out which ship they're gonna get on. Now,
oh, okay, I see how this fit is.
So the sooner you find your ship, the better, because they might get full up on passengers. Only half of these are going to the right place.
I'm going ahead.
Well, let's all roll our initiative.
Yep.
I rolled a 2.
I got a nat 20.
I rolled 18.
Alright.
Got 13.
So
it goes Viv, Bree, Dylan, and me.
alright. Kyoko, start us off.
Alright, so I assume we just go to the ship that's like right next to the one we were just looking at.
Yes.
So, looking at the ship, is it metal or is it wood or...
These are all, like, mostly wooden ships.
Okay.
Like, some of them have, like, bits of metal on them, but, like, clearly that is, like, an addition, not, like, how they're commonly made.
Alright, so Kyoko is a wood style user, and because of that she trained a lot in nature and with nature, learning about it. So I'm going to see if I would remember anything regarding different like types of wood using my nature energy to figure out if like that wood is from a region I would know.
Alright, which ship are you gonna touch?
The one that's, like, we're going next to, the one next to the rust bucket.
Okay, so the next ship.
Yeah.
That is going to be a history and then a survival check. History to see if you can remember, like, what kind of wood it would be just from, like, touching it and, like, investigating it. And then the survival...
17 on history.
You can tell that this wood is, like, particularly old, which has kind of like caused it to petrify and made it a little sturdier in some spots. It has different types of wood, but it does seem like it might come from that area, but you can't get a clear read on it since it's been through all kinds of repairs.
Alright, so I will roll survival now.
Yeah.
25, 19 plus 6.
God damn.
Nice.
So with the survival, you are able to like tell that some of the wood used on this boat would grow around the region that the Nordic Isles are in.
Alright, I want to,
So it's not like a guarantee, but like it's probably been there before.
so like it's not a lot, but like some of it.
Yeah. It also
Alright.
might have just been important.
Alright, I expunge this information to the group, and on top of that, I add, it's not very much though, so I'm not sure if this is imported or if they only used a little bit of that wood, so I'm not too sure about this one.
So, for all of you, y'all just watch as Kyoko walks up, touches this ship, and is like, well, this might have been from, like, the Nordic Isles, but I can't quite tell.
Next ship!
And that was for the first ship, the rust bucket? Or was that for the second ship?
That was for the second ship.
Okay, the second ship, the Indestructible 2.
Yeah.
Much like the rust bucket, it's also in like different areas of disrepair, but rather than an old man being the captain, this is an older woman with like wild like orange hair, and she's very tall, very muscular.
Well, I'm gonna let the group do their investigation as well. The
Alright,
ship.
so then it'll go to Sayuri.
Oh no.
I'm just kind of, because I don't have any special thing to like really check it out. Just kind of, I guess, check it out. Like look
You want to
around at the next ship. Yeah, but like the next ship over.
Alright, so number 3 then.
Jesus. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
5.
5. With that, you start checking out this ship, and you see that this one is called the Speedwell, and it is also captained by a woman. But this boat seems to just be a little bit flashier than the others. Where the last two were kind of like a little busted up and like had been through some repair, this one looks like not brand new, but it's freshly made and like still in great condition. So then, Euro?
How many more ships are
There are 10 ships in total. There are 5 large ones, 3 medium ships, and 2 small ships.
You said I can ask like one question, you said?
You can ask the captain one question, or you can make like one roll to try to figure out something out. So far, you have seen the Rust Bucket, the Indestructible 2, and the Speedwell.
I'll ask the captain, do you know of any Viking captains or Viking ships?
You asking this to number 3?
Yeah.
Alright, so this captain is a dark-haired young woman. She's probably around like 26, but she has like a steely glaze or a steely glare in her eyes as she looks over at you. I've met all kinds of captains, Vikings, pirates, these fools over here. If you want to know something useful, you're gonna want to start asking the right questions.
Well, it's either you get us, or you don't get us at all. You can answer that question.
Bamboozled him.
More or less meaning she could take us as her passengers, or we can just go to the next one.
You're free to get on my ship if you want.
What do you guys think?
I think that she kind of sounds like a dick.
Yeah.
I'm just being straight up on that one.
She may be, but I mean, she might get shit down too. So.
That is true. That is true, but I don't know.
He asked his question. It goes to the next person. Sabishi, what do you want to do?
What kind of check would it be for me to, of all the ships I know that are available, bought the one that is like evidently the most seaworthy one? Investigation. Great. That's fantastic. Okay, because I get a +8, and that makes that an 18.
God damn.
So, out of all of these ships, you would guess that the Speedwell is the one that, like, it seems to be built for, like, these kind of adventures. It's made absolutely for being fast, but as you said, the captain's kind of a bitch, and, like, you're not really getting, like, too much of a read on as to whether or not they're actually going to the tuning exams.
Okay. Hey, and I can ask this. I can use my one question for this turn for whomever.
Yes.
Speedwell lady. All right. So.
My name is Captain Kiko Mayame.
Captain Kiko. Are you going to the tuning exams in the Nordic Isles? Is there any chance that you're going in that direction? Are you going to the Nordic Isles?
It is a definite possibility.
Okay, but that's not. Okay, this isn't a question. This is a statement. I was asking if you were going, not like the. I end my turn. Just wait till we fucking circle back around. Go ahead, Vivian.
You know what? I'm gonna do my wood bullshit again.
Alright, which one are you going for?
Will that lady let me touch her wooden boat?
Yeah, you can touch any of the ships.
Touch the butt.
Touch the butt.
Unnatural 20 for history.
You can tell that the wood that's used for this boat is mostly grown around this area.
Yeah, no, this ain't it, guys. Let's get out of here.
Kyoko has just said no to the Speedwell. What do you guys think of that?
I'm a team player. If one of us says no, we all say no.
Alright.
I just keep slapping boats and going, nope, nope.
I don't know, guys.
Let's go.
You said how many medium boats are there?
There are 3 medium boats. The Speedwell was one of them. So now there are 2 left. The Rust Bucket is one of the 2 small ships.
I think we should take this one. Because if it's from around here, it might make journeys out. I mean, they have to get resources somehow. I mean, other boats can do it, but...
I mean, I could still roll survival on it anyways. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't be sure on this one.
Alright, Sayuri, your turn. Kyoko has said no to the Speedwell, which means, like, there's the rust bucket and the indestructible tube. And then there's like a bunch of ships you guys haven't checked out yet.
Okay, so like, you said there's 3 medium ships?
Yes, and since Kyoko
Okay.
said no to the Speedwell, there are 2 left.
Okay, so like, out of those 2, like, I would like to check out like the nicer looking one. The obviously nicer looking one. Do I need to roll anything for that? Just kind of just walk up to it and like start looking at it, see if I could see a captain on it.
All right. All of the captains are standing in front of their ships. Out of the 2 medium ones, your options are the Brazen, which is captained by Ryusuke Lorik, and then there is the Cesspool, which is captained by Raya Volka.
Okay, so that one doesn't sound very good.
We're not taking a Cesspool.
What the
yeah, we'll check out the first one that you mentioned.
The Brazen.
Yeah, do y'all want to go with me to check out the Brazen?
So,
check out the Brazen.
the captain of the Brazen is a lean but very tall man who has shaggy red hair, and you notice that he has an eye patch over his left eye.
I mean, he seems pretty cool. What do you guys want to do? Like,
Are you gonna ask the captain a question?
do I have to be the one to talk to the captain?
Yep.
It's your turn right now.
It seems a little out of character for me to just like be the one to like walk up.
Do you pass
No.
the turn?
We need you to answer though, because it's a lot of
Pass your
votes to go
turn,
through.
it means that like another round will pass though, so like more people will be getting on these ships.
Yeah, we got like a time limit. That's why I was, not me, I'm not, I mean,
Y'all
kinda, it
basically
sounds
had
like.
like an hour at the start of it, and about 5 minutes have passed. So like people are getting on the ships kind of quick.
I'll just pass my turn. Good.
All right, Yoro, you are currently in front of the Brazen. This is one of the other.
Wait, which one?
This is one of the other medium ships, and just by like looking at it, you kind of get the feel that this is a cargo ship. But you see like a couple of cannons mounted on it, so like maybe it's like a military ship of some kind.
I'm gonna ask the captain. So, Captain, do you get in a lot of fights out on the waters?
Oh, I've gotten into many fights out on these waters. It's part of the reason I love it so much. This ship, she's seen many fights, but this eye has seen even more.
Badass.
As he's talking to you, you see that he like moves his hand to the side, and he has a sword on his hip. Like you, he is also a bit of a swordsman.
Sayuri saying now?
Tsubishi.
Species.
So talking's free, right?
Yes, talking is free. Asking a question or making a check will like be the end of your turn.
Aki.
What?
Aki. So this is your call on it because you are still the leader. Do you think it would be looked down upon if, like, just controlled someone with genjutsu and made them take us somewhere?
I mean, I'm not saying you can't do that, but you're probably gonna be surrounded by other ninja that are not as keen for you to pass if you do it that way. You'll be putting a
fair.
huge target on your back.
Alright, fair enough. That's all you had to say. Like, that means I don't want to do it because it's a risk factor, but man, this is frustrating. Well, okay. I'm gonna go up and talk to the Brazen Captain as well. I guess Yoro's still just standing there, like, chatting with him about old war stories and shit.
Yeah, like, this is all happening really fast, so, like, while he was talking to Yoro, you went over and talked to Aki for a second, and then went over there.
Okay, I walk up as, like, I guess one of them is finishing, like, a little statement or whatever. I'm like, hey! I kind of, like, gesture at Yoro. I'm part of his team.
The group turned down the swordsman Captain Ryosuke on the ship that appeared to be either cargo or military. While they continued their search for the right vessel, eventually they came across the Raven's Nest. After some debate, the party settled on taking this ship before finally setting sail. As they left, a misty-eyed Sabishi waved off to Ryosuke, and it seemed a bond had been formed between the two in their brief time together. The ship has been out for 3 days now, and our group finds themselves in the middle of a disturbing situation. We will go to the next roll, Sayuri. Go ahead and make an encounter check, D20.
Okay. I got a 13.
A 13.
Lucky number 13.
Number 13.
It's been 2 days. This is now day 4 of the journey out to sea. And as everyone is dining in the little cafeteria area, you see the captain come in quickly, throwing the door open. They look towards all the ninja in the area. I'm gonna need y'all to come with me.
Okay, well I guess we should all come along.
What's going on?
I would prefer to speak once everyone is gathered.
Very well.
And with that, she walks out and leads everyone up to the top of the deck. Once everyone is gathered in there, Captain Sif begins telling you that one of her crew members has been killed. And
Oh my god.
she's only just discovered the body. So she has no idea who the killer is. And you guys aren't crew members, so y'all are more likely to do it than anyone else.
Oh shit, it's a murder mystery.
I was about to say it's a murder mystery. And I'm a great detective. I'll figure it out.
This crew member.
Does he have a spear sticking out of him? Because if so, then I think we know who the fuck did it.
No. He was killed by a stab wound, though. Straight to the heart. With, what couldn't have been more than, a small knife or a kunai.
So it could be any ninja, basically, then.
Here on the ships, we use swords, not knives.
Is there any chance that... I'm sorry for speaking out of turn if I am doing so. I'm sorry for your loss as well. Is there any chance that anybody could examine the body?
Well, yeah, if you want to. And just hidden around the other side of the pillar, you look, and you can see that, a crew member is, just leaned up against it, dead, blood running from their chest.
Okay.
It seems to have been there for a couple hours.
Is there any way that I could approach the body and use chakra lock on to see if there's any remnants of chakra around the wound or anything?
Roll for it.
Okay.
And hey, while she does that, I want to do the polar opposite. I want to use the chakra sense for my eyes.
Alright.
14.
Okay, with a 14, you get close to the body and you start examining it. I know I just said a minute ago it's probably been there for a little bit, but this is a fresh body. You're not seeing any traces of any kind of chakra around the room, around the wound, so you get the idea that whatever did kill him, it probably wasn't any kind of special technique or anything. This guy just got stabbed in the heart.
Alright, I want to expunge that information. It's very clearly not any special technique or anything was used against him.
Can I confirm this by just seeing not shit?
You're not seeing any chakra around the wound. But with your chakra sight, you are able to see like different flares of chakra within everybody. And the fact that this guy has nothing there means that he was just a normal dude. So this wasn't even like some like ninja or someone who had been like training in this shit. This was just average Joe.
I see. Whoever killed this guy, this dude was helpless. But they probably killed him like just because. I just kind of make that observation out loud.
I was thinking along the same lines. I'll have to notify his family. Unfortunately, he was an only child, so I can't imagine it'll be easy news for them to hear.
Damn, this is depressing as fuck.
Hey, real quick, like, can I cast investigation to see if I can very swiftly with my Sharingan, like, spot, like, all the shinobi headbands in here? Like what villages are here with us?
You notice one team from the Hidden Sand, one team from the Hidden Moon, there's one from the Hidden Waterfall Village, and one from the Hidden Stone. As well as one from the Cloud.
I don't know if this would count as a history check, but like, what, like, no offense towards Hanzo, but besides the Mist, what other, like, villages in our world are considered ruthless or, like, bloodthirsty? They're ninja.
Historically, the Hidden Cloud has, like, been the most traitorous. The people of the Hidden Waterfall Village are usually, like, pretty passive. They don't really cause much trouble and have kind of taken over the role of housing the ninja criminals in prison.
So they're like kind of like lawful good people.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
I just say really quickly, I just want to say, I don't think this had anything to do with, like, nations being against nations or anything. I think this may have been, like, either a personal thing or just, like, somebody doing it for, like, fun or something. I don't know why they would do that, but people are weird like that sometimes.
One of the...
Well, first things first. First off, and like I unsheath my sword and like lay it down on the palm of my hand. Everybody should show everyone their weapons.
Okay, I got a long stick, so I show that.
I know, but it's more so the gesture than anything. Like,
Yeah.
like more than likely, the person who killed this man has disposed of his weapon. But that's not to say he's not stupid and hasn't.
Captain, you should know.
One of the people from the Hidden Sand speaks up. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that this person was dumb, but wouldn't a smart person, like, just toss the weapon off the ship?
That is what I just said. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't check anyway.
Well, it's kind of a hassle, don't you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a hassle for you. It's a hassle. It's a hassle for this guy, guys. It's a hassle for this guy.
I feel like you want to punch this kid in the face.
So let's all check our weapons.
Alright. People start pulling out their various weapons, and most of them are pretty standard. Normal kunai, some from different like regions and different designs. Typically a bunch of shuriken, paper bombs. You notice one of the Hidden Cloud Ninja has several scrolls that he lays out. I'm not going to redo all these sealing formulas, so they haven't been opened. That's the best I can offer.
Yeah, that's a lot of seals. I wouldn't want to have to redo that either.
So, you know, thanks for making me show everyone what I can do. Real nice.
No, yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Leaf Ninja.
Your high standard cloud dick.
Oh my god!
At that, you see the people from the Hidden Moon just like kind of clapping along, just like, yeah, I like that guy.
Can I roll an investigation in the area where the body was found?
Sure.
Just give me a second, guys. Nah. I got a nat 1.
You're investigating the area, and you're kind of getting a little too into it. You're like, alright, I have to find the clues. There have to be clues around here somewhere. And, like, it wasn't your fault. You had knocked over a barrel, and it just, like, started careening down, smacks right into the body.
Why would you do this to me? I'm saying this to you out of character, you bastard! You are so cool.
I had to think of the worst possible case scenario. You fuck up, you knock something over, and it fucks up the body a little bit.
I immediately fix my mistake and apologize to everybody.
I imagine everyone is looking at her.
But
Damn.
your apologies.
I think you smashed his head.
It won't
Cringe.
be an open casket, though.
That's good, probably for the best, honestly.
What was in that barrel?
I honestly don't know. It felt like some kind of liquid.
Oh, hope it's not contaminated now.
Oh my god.
So, Sayuri, Yoro, is there anything the two of you would like to do? A man has been stabbed in the chest and now had his skull crushed.
I shouldn't have to prove my innocence to the captain. I was right there beside it the whole time, and I jumped off the boat.
Is there any way that I could go ahead and roll investigation to see if I find anything suspicious?
Most definitely can.
Okay, I rolled a 12.
Alright, so is there anything in specific you're looking for? Or are you just kind of like looking around in general?
Around in general, like honestly, if I was looking, just something strange.
So, you're looking around and you notice a small blood splatter by the nearby door, which when you open it, you see leads down to like below deck. This typically goes more into like the storage area for items rather than like where people are usually supposed to be.
Alright, so like, I guess I'm gonna ask Kyoko, like, yo, do you wanna go check this out with me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, let's head on down there and
Yeah.
see what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright, is anyone following Kyoko and Sayuri?
I'm gonna perform my own investigation.
Alright. Yoro?
Guess I'll do an investigation too.
Are you following Kyoko and Sayuri, or are you gonna investigate with Sabishi?
Mitsubishi.
Alright. So let's do some stuff with fucking Sayuri and Kyoko for a minute.
Okay.
So y'all go down below deck. You're following this like blood splatter, but you don't really see anything more as you're going down. The area is really dark, and even with like the few lanterns kind of lit down here, you're not really like seeing much more than shadows and like boxes.
I have a feeling that there is a small possibility that the killer may try to come and like cover up any mistakes, especially with the blood splatter. So I'm thinking about doing my seed signal transmission, and hopefully we pick up something.
Alright, where you wanted to put it?
Just kind of like inconspicuously, kind of like very widespread.
So just kind of like spread them out over the floorboards around like the body and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you do that, and for those of you who don't know, the seed signal technique is that allows any wood style user to place small seeds around on the ground or in items, basically anything they can think of, and each of those seeds acts as a chakra transmitter. So like Kyoko can sense where like anyone is, as long as they like say you step on the seeds, now they're stuck in your shoe, you're carrying them with you, maybe they got put in your clothes or something. Like, she's just got a tracker on you now. So that also means that like the more y'all mess around the body, you might also step on these seeds and end up like fucking with shit. So you gotta be a little careful. So you use your seeds, you spread them out, and I'm assuming that you like let everyone know like, hey, I've got these here, so don't step in this area.
I only let my group know.
Okay.
Also, how many chakras is that?
That just takes like 5, 10.
5.
Not really.
Next, let's go to Yoro. What are you and Sabishi doing on the top deck?
We're just looking around for clues.
I'm going to do a general investigation, yeah. Like, I'm going to see if, like, there's anything noticeable about this to me.
Anything that looked out of place.
Alright, go ahead and make your investigation, and since Yoro's helping you, you get advantage.
Awesome sauce. That is a 24.
Alright. You're looking around, and you're trying to figure out, like, any clue you can, but, like, whoever done this, it seems like they cleaned up most of the mess. There's very little blood except for around the body. And while you're thinking about that and like the different weapons that people have shown, you kind of remember that like the shape of the weapon could be found in the wound. So going back to that, you investigate the body and realize that like whoever did this was not using a standard kunai, but rather a curved one, specialized for assassination techniques.
Oh shit!
I see. Alright, I quietly share this information with Yoro and take him with me to go discuss this with Aki for a moment. I give Aki a quick rundown, and he is here with us, right? He got called down too,
yeah.
Right? Am I correct? Okay, I discuss with him my finding, and basically ask him, like, of all the people here, is any of these villages, like, known for having, curved kunai, something like that?
Not in particular. The Hidden Mist usually uses the curved kunai. The Hidden Stone, maybe? I got a bad feeling about this, whatever it is.
I don't say nothing to no one, but real quick, like, can I see Hanzo anywhere in the room?
You see that Hanzo, like, seems to have also had a similar idea to you and was investigating the body, and now he seems to be going around and, like, checking out various people. Kind of doing his own investigation.
Alright, well, I do share my information with the captain, and I let her know that it'd probably be best if you don't let anyone else know, but it seems like whomever killed your crew member, the weapon they were using was a curved one.
I see. You've got pretty sharp eyes to notice something like that.
I see everything.
So it would appear.
Everything.
Saucy.
And she doesn't say anything else.
At that point, like, I myself too am like like slightly stumped because like in my head, like I kind of feel like we need to like kind of wait for some answers and like see the atmosphere of how these people start acting on the ship.
Alright. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and say that it's been a few hours now. Most of you have kind of like talked and interrogated amongst yourselves and come to the conclusion that the most suspicious people are those from the hidden cloud and those from the hidden moon. Though it seems like the hidden sand doesn't really like seem to care one way or the other about any of this. Like they haven't been actively participating where like most others were. Most of the other groups have kind of been like excused, written off as like, alright, you didn't do it. So all that's left are you guys, the sand, the moon, and the cloud. Along with like the different team captains and the captain of the ship. Nothing's really gone on with the seed signal technique since no one's really been close to the body. But I want Sayuri to roll insight.
Okay, hold on. That is 15, 16. 16.
So, with that, during this time period, you and Kyoko have gone down, you've searched the storage room, and you've ruled out, like, most of the crew members, as everyone seemed to have had an alibi at the time. But while you were investigating the storage, a thought hit you. The blood splatter was right outside the door, like, to the storage room. But what if that wasn't from the killer, like, running into the storage? What if, like, a fight broke out, like, outside of the room? And that kind of gets your gears turning towards, like, maybe it was a disagreement with a crew member.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and tell Kyoko what I have, like, conjured in my mind. Like, should we, like...
To ask the captain questions.
The captain of the ship is who, like, came to us about it.
Could also be clever guys.
That is true.
Can't trust anybody.
She didn't really come to us, though. She came to us blaming us because we were the only ones not part of the crew.
I was going to say that, like, you know, the only thing that kind of doesn't make sense to me is if it was the captain. I feel like she would have had just as much a chance of getting away with it, just not telling us and going through the hassle of this pseudo investigation versus, you know, doing it as a big elaborate ruse.
Test?
A test from whom?
I don't know. Like, this is supposed to be really tough. Like, we're supposed to be, like, pushing our boundaries or some shit? I don't know. I'm just theorizing.
Look, I think that as long as we all stick together, we're gonna be fine. Try not to overstress it. Whoever did this, like, we're gonna catch them. Like, this was a really, really dumb thing to do here. We aren't the only shinobi looking for this person here. And we also outnumber the killer, more than likely.
Euro, give me an insight check.
What? Insight check.
Here he goes.
12.
Huh?
He got a 12.
12. So, you start looking at everyone gathered around and going over the details in your mind. And it's just a thought, but something clicks in your head. The person was killed with a curved dagger. And the curved dagger is a specialty of the Hidden Mist. But the only Mist Ninja aboard is Hanzo. Has anyone thought to ask him about it?
I did. but I kind of feel like you threw me off real fast and early by saying he was conducting his own investigation. I just kept that thought to myself. So no, I did not pursue this idea, but it has already long been thought of by me, which is why I asked the question I asked earlier.
Oh, I figured as much.
I just don't want to believe that he did it.
I actually thought you would try, like, counter-spying him.
You know, you'd think that, but also at the same time, like, I've spent the most time with him of anyone in the group. He's my character's best friend right now. That's just not something I want to believe of the guy, you know?
Makes sense.
So I didn't really think about it too hard with him. Like, I didn't, I thought that he was one of the people that did it, didn't cross my mind at the same time. Like, that was out of character Israel, like, trying to deduce, but then I had to jump back into my Sabishi head, and I'm like, Hanzo's my character's best friend, like, I'm not even gonna really think that he killed anyone, so.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's good, like, material. It's good character work.
Anyway, back to you, Dylan.
Your character just made, like, the mental connection between, like, Hanzo being from the mist and the person being killed with a hidden mist weapon. Like, that might not, like, incriminate him, but, like, maybe he knows more about it than, like, anyone else.
I guess I'll go over to Sabishi and suggest it to him and see what he thinks.
I mean, he comes off like super brash, hateful, arrogant, jerky, maybe a little bit evil, not as good at swordplay as he says, but he's a very honest and blunt person, so we just have to ask him, and he'll probably tell us the truth.
Well, if he doesn't?
Well, then, kind of scratch that back in my head. Don't we have to ask that about anybody we're going to ask a question to? I mean, if it helps, I feel like I'll know if he's lying.
Let's go then.
Alright. So I'm following Yoro to Hanzo.
Alright. So the two of you walk over to Hanzo and see him just kind of leaning on the side of the boat, seemingly, like, lost in thought.
I said, I'm with Yoro, and I guess we walked up to Hanzo, and I'm like, hey Hanzo, can we chat for a second, then?
What's up?
So, this person was killed by a curved blade, and I heard that that's kind of like a specialty, like from the Mist Village. Did you know that it was a curved blade too?
Of course.
Well,
all you had to do was look at the wound.
Well, yeah, but like I was wondering, like, what are your thoughts though? Like, have you made any type of connections with anyone at all? Anything?
Not a single person on this boat has a curved blade. Whoever did it tossed their knife off the boat.
Well, then where do we go from here then?
You see, he just keeps like thinking to himself for a minute.
I'm gonna run an insight check on him.
All right.
While you're doing that, and that's gonna be a 17.
You can tell he's actually, like, thinking about this, and, like, he's taking this pretty seriously.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Like, you'd be, like, kind of straight up with me for once, and, like, I'm dead serious with him. You should know me enough to know how serious I am.
Yeah?
Why do you care about this so much? You don't ever care about anything we do.
If it's a curved blade, I'm the only missing ninja aboard. All blame goes to me.
But you didn't do it.
Not this time.
Well, that's all that really matters, right? We didn't do it. Who cares? Like, we'll find out who did. I hope in my head that like reassures him and I just kind of carry on.
Yoro, you didn't really get to do much questioning. Is there anything you wanted to ask Hanzo?
Where were you the whole time when the spears and the monkey were throwing their shit?
Well, see, I got the fuck on the ship. Well, that does remind me. I heard some people arguing not long after we left the island. One of them said something about a map, but Yeah, it was real brief. Do you relay that information to the group?
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess we'll just do that.
So, Yoro has just told you that Hanzo heard, like, some people on the ship arguing about a map earlier.
A map?
A map.
That's good.
It is weird.
Is there anything Sayuri wants to do?
I can't really think of much, honestly.
Alright then. Aki is gonna come over. Hey, Subishi.
Yeah.
I think I know what happened. I had my puppets scouting some of the ship, and one of the crew members had some little stash hidden away in one of the walls, and a curved knife.
And you want me to find it?
Not so much find it, try to get you some extra credit.
I see. Information. I do ask him,
Like, he holds out his hand and does a quick technique to make one of his small puppets appear. They are holding the items, and he gives them in a cloth wrapped up to you.
So I've got these I've got these items real quick, and so are me and him kind of somewhere privately when he gives me this?
Yes. He's taken you off to the side and kind of like ushered you away a little bit.
Can I perform a very quick investigation check of these items that he gave me?
Yes. Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
No. Like, more so just, like, any type of indicators on if I look at this stuff, like, can I somehow figure out, like, who it belongs to, or, like, give me, like, a call on who I'm looking for.
Alright. Go ahead and roll.
I just rolled a nat 20, dude.
Alright. So, it could not get any more, like, caught red-handed than this. The, bladed knife is inscribed to, one of the crew members by his family name. And, the map itself seems to be a stolen treasure map from, the Brazen.
Wow. I just like say that aloud after I like caught everything, and I just like look at Aki and I'm like, thanks, Sensei. And I like first I jog like to the captain lady.
What is it? Have you found something?
Can we speak privately?
Sure. She ushers you into the captain's quarters.
On her like desk table, like I immediately like display out the items and like point out everything.
I see. Where did you find these?
Stashed away on the ship in a secret compartment.
That's very incriminating. I suppose I have to thank you for such a thorough search. I can't imagine.
Well, I have to apologize for your loss of crew member. I know you're a hardy lady and you're kind of seasoned to bad things happening, but this sucks. I'm sorry.
You know, there's nothing worse you can do than kill a crew member. And I hope a similar principle applies to you ninja as well. The
Of course.
member who done this will not be around for long. I'm going to have to ask for everyone to return to their quarters for the night and not to come up on deck.
Absolutely. I'll relay the information.
I want to stay up on that.
I do tell everyone But like one of the first people I do make sure and tell is like I tell Hanzo and like relay having found this stuff and like assure him like I knew that it wasn't you and like you're good now. Like we figured out who it was, so you don't have to worry anymore.
Out of curiosity, what was the name on the dagger?
What was the name again, Austin?
I hadn't said it earlier. I forgot to, but it was from the Momoshi clan.
Honestly, heat of the moment, she has the dagger, but like I only remember the surname and it was the Momoshi clan.
Sounds about right. Every one of them are down greedy bastards. That's all he says. So
I go to go get some much needed rest.
With that, everyone will get another night's rest, and I'll go ahead.
Count it in 3.
We can either continue on with some more encounters, or y'all can dock at the Nordic Isles.
I'd like to dock. I'd like to dock there and try to get started on the exam.
It's been a week now. You guys have had several adventures out on these seas, solved a murder mystery, and there's probably a few little secrets in that vault. But, you get through the whirlpools, the storms. You get past all the fucking rocks jetting out of the ocean, trying to pierce through the hull of your ship, and I finally made it to the Nordic Isles. When you get there, most of the land is a lot greener than you expected, but you see drops of snow like all around. It's very, very cold here, but people like Euro are kind of already used to it from having lived in similar environments. It's nothing to them. People from the Hidden Sand, on the other hand, are just like dying of freezing, like constantly here. Aki is bundled up in every jacket, cloak, robe he can find, and he is still shivering down to the bone.
I see. So Aki's pissed.
Yeah, Aki is in a terrible mood. But the ship gets docked, and you notice that there are a few other ships, and they already seem to have gotten their crews off, and you're not seeing a big town. You're seeing what seems to just be a port in the middle of nowhere leading to a forest. There's a couple of carriages, and you see the leader of the Norse people standing at the front of the port, waiting to welcome you in. As your people start getting off and descending, he makes his big speech while guiding the leaders off towards a few carriages that he has prepared. Behind him, you can see the Berserkers and the Valkyries, the two elite units of the Nordic Isles, are keeping an eye on everything, helping people into their seats and onto their horses. And the leader starts to make a speech. When these exams started, there were 250 of you. Now, there's only 100 of you. But that's still a hell of a lot of people. So, we're gonna weed you down to the very best. Your leaders and your elders will be guided into city on horseback and with these carriages. He continues on with your elders are gonna be taken to the city on these horses. Meanwhile, you lot will have to compete. Going through these woods is a rite of passage for many of our people around your age, young warriors in training, working to prove themselves. If you can make it through these woods and get into town, you will be welcomed among the heroes, celebrated in the halls. You will be given the greatest honors that our town can bestow. But to enter town, you must have your entire team. And in these woods, you will find 10 amulets. And he holds up what looks to be like an amulet made out of bones with a raven skull on the end. And there seems to be several jewels along with like other materials adorning it. Inside these woods are 10 amulets like this. You will need to find one and bring it with you before you will be allowed entrance into town. If your full team is not with you, you will not be accepted. If one of your squad dies in this woods, then your team fails. There are no other rules. Fight. Kill each other if that's what it takes. That's part of what this is all about. Discerning who is the greatest warrior. If you're not willing to accept the risk, then join your elders and forego the rest of these exams. Watch as others fight and battle for glory. And as he finishes his speech, the different elite units start grabbing groups and leading them to different areas. If you want to back out, this is your chance.
Nah.
Yeah, no thanks.
You guys sure you don't want to back out after traveling all this way?
I turn and I look at Aki and I look him like dead square in the eye and I tell him, hey, I'm going to make you proud and I'm going to make chewing.
I hope so, kid. I hope so. Hey, Kyoko. Come here for a minute.
Okay.
Aki leads you away from everyone else, and he hands you a small glass bottle that appears to have a blue liquid inside. If things get rough, use this. It's just for emergencies.
Thank you. I return to the group.
Alright. And you guys are escorted to your area. There isn't really a gate or anything you have to go through, as like the woods here aren't really blocked off. It's pure nature. But there seems to be a small pathway you can follow from right here. The berserker in front of you appears to be a very tall man that has a lot of bulk to him, and all of his hair is bright red and braided down all the way. He looks down at your group. My God. They got kids as young as you fighting like this. No. Back when I was your age, I didn't have to fight in trials like this. No. They had us doing real shit. I was out there plowing the fields, working my hands to the bone every day. That's how you build character. That's how you build strong warriors. You kids, y'all are in for a slaughter.
Thank you for the concern.
And that's where we'll leave off for now.